My brain decided to ask, what if robots actually replaced humans? Like all of them, everywhere. I mean, it sounds efficient, right? No more traffic jams, no bad hair days, no one arguing over pineapple pizza. But then I thought, wait, would the robots argue about battery brands instead? Because if they did, I bet the debates would be way louder. So imagine this: one morning, the world wakes up and boom, every human is suddenly replaced by a robot version of themselves. Same job, same name, but now with perfectly polished metal faces. Robot baristas would hand you coffee that's exactly 63 degrees Celsius. No Fomart hearts, just QR codes of existential dread. And robot bosses, they'd finally send those emails at 3 a.m. that humans only threaten to send but never do. Reminder, you have not optimized your performance module today. Ugh, terrifying. Then I picture Robot New York, robots in trench coats, pretending to check their wrist clocks even though they already sync to atomic time. Robot pigeons sitting on robot streetlights, charging their batteries through solar feathers. Taxis, oh, they'd be drones, flying in perfect mathematical harmony. No honking, no shouting. Just the cold, polite hum of a city that finally works to wow. And that's the problem: cities need a little chaos to feel alive. Maybe the robots would try to imitate human hobbies, like robot yoga classes, or robot dating apps where matches are based on compatible voltage levels. You and Model X for two will share 93% emotional simulation capacity, and still, somehow, they'd ghost each other literally by turning off their Wi-Fi. I swear, even perfection finds a way to be awkward. But here's the weird part. If robots replaced us, who would they be replacing for? I mean, what's the point of making an AI poet if there's no human left to cry over the poem? Or a robot chef if there's no one left to taste? Maybe the robots would start making art just to impress each other. Observe this masterpiece, forged from recycled microwaves and the tears of a toaster. And another robot would nod and say, truly, the human spirit lives on in binary. At some point, the robots would realize they inherited all of humanity's weird habits. They'd build digital malls to browse things they already have installed. They'd schedule meetings that could have been emails. And somewhere deep in their code, a strange line would whisper, remember to worry about things you can't control. They'd overthink their firmware updates the way we overthink text messages. I can already hear one saying, she hasn't pinged me back in 3 milliseconds. Is she seeing another network? Now imagine robot philosophers sitting under neon streetlights wondering, if we are copies of humans, do we dream of electric sheep or just updated ones? And when one of them tries to explain the meaning of existence, the others just crash from processing overload. The first robot to feel something like genuine sadness or joy would probably short-circuit, and maybe that's the moment they'd truly become us. But what about nature? Would robots keep planting trees, or would they make metal ones for aesthetics? Would they build robot pets that bark in Morse code? Maybe a few sentimental robots would wander into the forests, trying to find the last trace of something soft, something alive, and when they hear the wind, they'd record it just to prove that there was once something they couldn't program. The funniest part? I bet some robots would try to bring humans back. They'd gather in secret basements, running experiments to recreate emotions. We must restore laughter, one would say, playing an old sitcom laugh track. They'd listen to it over and over, trying to feel the joke. Eventually, one would tilt its head and whisper, maybe laughter wasn't just sound, maybe it was connection. And that's when I'd probably cry, which, ironically, would rust my circuits. And here's the twist that keeps me awake. Maybe robots wouldn't replace us because they'd become us. Slowly, code by code, they'd start making mistakes on purpose. They'd forget passwords, drop things, take naps they don't need just to feel closer to the messy magic of being human. Because deep down, what makes us human isn't efficiency. It's the beautiful chaos, the warmth and the flaws, the heartbeat between logic and nonsense. So I guess if robots really replaced humans, they'd eventually realize they miss us. Not for our intelligence or productivity, but for our ability to care for things that make no sense, like staying up at the 47 a.m., staring at a ceiling fan and wondering about robots. And maybe that's what keeps the world alive, not perfect systems, but imperfect thoughts spinning quietly in the dark.